Industry Inner Join, uplifting data literacy across Australia and bringing conversations from data leaders straight to your ears. Get the insider information. My name is Douglas, former data analyst, now founder of DR Analytics Recruitment, and we're about to hear from one data leader. Welcome, Dr Sakshi, to the fourth episode of the Industry Inner Join podcast. Today we're going to hear from you, from academia to industry to mining, and now head of data and analytics at PictureWealth, a Fintech services product company. This is hard, but in 200 seconds or less, can you share a little bit about your career and where you're at now?
Sure. Thank you, Doug, for having me. I'm really honored to be here. Starting with my career, which started with academia. So I was a lecturer back in India for 8 years, teaching undergrad and postgrad engineering students, specifically in electronics and communication background. And during that time, I did my PhD in the ANN area, artificial neural network area. Just to be precise, I was trying to implement, adaptive filters and classifiers using multi-layer perceptron neural network. I know it's quite technical. So I was trying to do some kind of internal changes, or trying to change the algorithm properties in a way that the prediction accuracy of any model can be improved. So that was the goal. It was core technical kind of work. So then during that time, we decided to move to Australia. And then when I came here, I started to attend various meetups, machine learning meetups, and then also was meeting many people from the industry. I was looking at how people are actually utilizing the data in the real world space, because in academia, it's all about perfection, getting the perfect data and about precision. And then I was really intrigued by, how can I utilize my skills in this space, in the industry, so that I can actually see the value out of the data coming. And then I started doing some online courses on deep, machine learning nano degree by Udacity. There was one course I did. The main purpose of doing that course is just to get that full flow of the data journey, starting from analysis, doing some feature engineering, building a model, and improving the performance of the model, and also get familiarized with the language, Python, and what is actually going in the industry. So that was my main goal. And then I was like, no, this should be my career rather than going into, again, academics and research. Why can't I try? Because I started enjoying that part. So I started looking into roles opening, and LinkedIn was my main area. I started connecting with like-minded people and also with people who are in the similar space. And one day I got the opportunity to start as a junior data scientist in a company called Traffic Guard. So it's an online fraud detection company. That company gave me so much of, so much of experience in terms of the whole datascape. I was doing data analysis, I was building reports, I was also building some kind of ML algorithms, and I was seeing the real value coming out of those fraud detection algorithms we are building. So we were trying to save the advertisement budget of all the clients. So that was really a key kind of milestone in my career when I started in the industry. And from there onwards, I worked in BHP as a data engineer, going through building some kind of data pipelines, and then also productionizing some ML algorithms which have been built by the geodata scientists, because they have the actual depth of knowledge in that area. And then moved to Woodside doing data migration. So during this journey, I have actually touched upon almost all areas of the data side, coming from analysis to engineering to implementation, developing ML algorithms and productionizing those as well. So one day, my first company's CTO just called me and asked me if you want to, I'm going to this company called PictureWealth. It's a fast-growing fintech company. So do you want to join here as a head of data analytics? We don't have anyone in the data team. So you will be the person who will be coming in and actually providing value out of the data and setting up the data culture so that people can actually see, yes, the business decisions, can be driven by data, and people can start valuing and appreciating how data can be so impactful in terms of driving business decisions. So that's how I entered PictureWealth. So it's been 1.5 years now. It's quite a rewarding journey. So I would say starting alone and then building the team of 6 now. Yeah, as far as far as now, like I'm quite happy where I have been going through multiple shifts from academia to industry to now becoming the head of yeah, that's quite
Yeah, well,
rewarding. Yeah.
that's a great overview.
Yeah.
I like the data engineering, the analytics, and the data science that you've all been exposed to. But there's two. I'll ask about PictureWealth in a little bit. There's two key transitions there. There's academia to industry, and there's in industry to a head of position. Can you walk us through both of those?
Yes. So both the transitions were, I'll say, quite rewarding, and they came at a time where which actually taught me the skills that I have now, being flexible and being curious and always learning. Like when I was in academics and started thinking of moving to the industry, so it was just my curiosity of that data, how an imperfect data can lead to business decisions, whereas in research it is always a perfect data, precision and everything. So shifting that mindset, having the curiosity, then only you can shift that mindset. Oh wow, I want to try this one as well. And then from being a single, I'll say, sole contributor to a lead, then you have to shift the focus. Okay, now I'm not the person responsible for delivery. I am the person who needs to empower the team, who can deliver for the team. So yes, it was not a challenging kind of part. It was always like being flexible. So that's the key thing which has made me move from both the transitions from academia to a sole contributor and then to the lead. So I was trying to be flexible, and always there is a curiosity to always learn. And yeah, that was the two key things which helped me move and still relevant in the industry, or contributing in my way.
Yeah, I like the call out of the mindset shift from academia to individual contributor, I see, and then to management, different personal mindsets that you have to change as well. Fintech, PictureWealth. There's not many fintech startups in Perth, so I'd love to hear a little bit about the service offering and where data and analytics fits in there as well.
Definitely. PictureWealth, it's a fintech organization. So the main goal of the company is to deliver more advice to more lives. So basically, we have advisors who deliver financial advice to all our clients. So in Australia overall, there are very limited limited advisors available. I think 12,000 is the number. So we were trying to provide a value to more Australian lives so that they have for their financial well-being, for their overall financial well-being. That is the sole purpose of PictureWealth. So as a head of data analytics, when I joined, so my main role was to come on board and start delivering value out of data and start getting that culture incorporated into the business, that when you talk about business value, those values, or when you talk about business goals, those goals or those outcomes should be backed up by the data. So that was my main goal. And from within, during that time, along with that, I was building a data strategy. And as you know, PictureWealth is it's a fast growing company. So the data strategy that I was building, my main aim was it to be flexible enough with the rapid change or rapid growth in the business happening. So we can't build a data strategy, once for all, and then you keep on working on that particular part, because the business is growing. We have to be flexible enough. I have to be flexible enough to adapt those business changes into the data strategy so that you can stay relevant in the business and you can also provide the value to the business from the data side. So, this is what we are doing right now. So from that time, we have built a strong team and we are delivering, I'll say, we are delivering analytics, insights to all areas of the business, starting from compliance, I would say finance, operations, client services, be it any department or any area of the business. All the decisions are now backed up by the data, which is a big cultural shift, which we have to bring by providing those kind of reporting capability and sitting with the stakeholders, uh, aligning with them what are their priorities and how the data can actually create a value. So that was like, it was not missing, I would say. They were not aware of how the data can provide a value. This is just, yes, when you come and start explaining, having engagements and asking their problems, their pain points, and then only you can, okay, start to provide them the value. Okay, yes, this is what we can do. Let's try, and then we can let you know, and you can provide us a feedback. Yes, all the decisions right now we are making, or the way we want to see the historical trends in the data, how the team was performing now, is performing now, and in comparison to last month. Yes, we can easily see in, not in real time, close to real time, and then rather than creating their own siloed versions of the data and providing those spreadsheet, this is a better way. So it's a ongoing journey. Obviously, not everything has been set up properly and perfectly. It's an ongoing journey, but everybody's on board onto that journey. So, which I am quite proud of. That yes, we have done our not the best. We have done a job that yes, people have actually started to see that value coming out of data. Yeah.
Understood. So you came in as the head of data analytics. What did the first team, the hires look like, and also the platform as well, decisions made there?
The team, currently we have 3 data analysts and 2 data engineers. I just hired recently 2 data engineers and 1 data analyst. I had 2 data analysts earlier. The platform, currently we are building everything on AWS. All the pipeline, the orchestration, everything is on AWS. So we intentionally didn't set up end-to-end kind of infrastructure at the start, because we are using a CRM, which is an industry standard, financial industry standard CRM, but we don't have the capability of full API or programmatic access of the data from that particular CRM, but we know it will eventually happen. So that's why we did not intentionally set up end-to-end part. But whatever we have built till now, the engineering pipelines along with the reporting capability, that has been automated and has been made in a way that it is reliable and flexible, so that it can incorporate the changes that comes in the future. When the CRM gives us the full API access and everything, we can simply switch it to, and the same pipelines can also work. So, and yeah, we are also exploring in parallel Snowflake and the similar platforms, just to see how those platforms can support our business goals and how we can test, how we can prototype and test faster, so that we can deploy and productionize those things which can help deliver business values, which is nothing, improving the operational efficiency, automating all the mundane tasks, I'll say admin kind of tasks which the advisors are doing, so that we can actually free them up, or reduce their workload, that they can actually utilize that time to serve the clients, which is again linking to the business motto, delivering more advice to more lives. Yeah, so
Uplifting financial literacy across Australia.
definitely.
We will look after the data literacy across Australia at the same time. You've made the decision to go with AWS and exploring other platforms. Talk to me about the selection criteria for making those decisions. How do you, if someone else is a data analyst at a company on SQL Server, how do you decide what you decide to go with for the platform?
Initially, it was not a decision made that we will go with AWS, because the company was already using, the software engineers were already using AWS as the platform, and we didn't find at that time the need of exploring other alternative options, because it was good enough and it was catering for our needs at that time. But now, with business scaling and company growing, there is a need that we need to explore. We can explore different platforms like Snowflake. We haven't started anything with everything with Snowflake or any other, I'll say, or Databricks or any of the other platforms. But we have started having that conversation, so that we can, in parallel, try to execute some of our proof of concepts and see whether these platforms can help us deliver what we are already doing it, and it can be done faster and can be automated in a better way. So that's what we are trying to explore right now. So that was not a conscious decision initially to move to anything because we were trying to play everything as the business was growing. So, yeah. Yeah.
Understood. Now, rewinding back to the hiring, you've recently hired those data analysts and data engineers. What were the key attributes you were looking for when hiring that helped you choose who joined the team?
Yes. For hiring, I would say, considering when you look at the CV of any candidate, it always the technical skills will come up, okay? Whether you want to, like, right now you're on AWS, obviously you want to look at someone who has some experience in the AWS. But once you actually connect with that particular candidate, what I look for is the non-technical part. Apart from, yes, technical outshines in your CV, but the non-technical part which I look for is whether that person has the teamwork kind of like the teamwork kind of mindset in that, and also that person is flexible enough to handle the ambiguity, I would say, not ambiguity or the flexibility we need to have in the business so that we can also adapt ourselves as the business grows or changes some direction, or there is certain new nuances that adds into the business. So yes, we need to be flexible enough. So flexibility, I would say, teamwork skills. It should teamwork, when I say, it's mainly the learning and also sharing it with other people. So I don't want anyone to be just learning, providing that, okay, building something, but he's not ready to share it with anyone. It's like they're also creating some kind of their own silos, same as like data silos, and the information is just hidden only in their mindset and it is not. So I always encourage, even with the new team hires, I try to encourage that people should be having some knowledge sharing sessions, and so that we can share the knowledge that one person has worked on a different project and gained, and then the other person can also be empowered to do the same when the next challenge or next project comes up. So teamwork, I would say, flexibility and curiosity to learn, because the data landscape is changing every 2 weeks. Yes, it is. It's hard to keep track of every single thing, but yes, we need to be adaptive enough and curious to learn, okay, this is what I can incorporate, this is new thing I can incorporate into my current project. So that curiosity to learn is always the key factor. So flexibility, I'll say, learning, like that curiosity to learn, and then the teamwork. Yes, these three non-technical skills are like key skills which I normally look for. Yeah.
And the technical is a baseline to get to interview.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, understood. Now, you've worked at Fortescue, BHP, Woodside, now PictureWealth, also a traffic guard product company.
Yeah.
What similarities have you seen across data analytics priorities in those companies?
The similarities I'll see, yes, obviously all the companies, they try to back up all their decisions through data. But in the bigger organization, it's a bigger challenge considering the quality of data quality, accuracy. They are most important, because even the smaller kind of, I'll say, non-accuracy in the data or a data quality issue can lead to ripple effects. Even in the smaller organization is the same, but working through all different companies, that has taught me how important the data quality, the governance is. So that is helping me to define the data strategy right now I'm building at PictureWealth. So yes, all these companies, I would say Traffic Guard to Woodside to BHP, every company, they have data quality is the main, I'll say, goal. If you have, like, we all have heard garbage in, garbage out. If you don't have fully like governed data set or a data which is clean enough and useful enough, then anything you do on top of that, even you build any models or do any kind of implementation, you won't get any value out of it. Even if you try to drive any kind of business decision, that will all be wrong. So yes, the data quality, I would say, is the key aspect that has come across almost all the companies, I would say.
Yep. If you're a junior data analyst, mid-level data engineer, or senior data scientist, what can you do in your company to affect data quality and improve it?
In any role, if I work, I would try first, like any project that has been given to you, I will try to understand the problem and then the source that is actually going to help solve this problem. And then just try and understand that data. If the data quality is very poor or the data is not complete enough to deliver that business outcome, then I have to have more and more stakeholder alignment and get an understanding from them, and also deliver the same understanding to them that this data is not good enough to drive what you are trying to produce. So we need to either work at cleaning the quality of the data or set up some rules in place that, yes, if it is a CRM, obviously the business users are actually handling that data. How can we put some kind of rules in place? It's a data team's responsibility to kind of take these initiatives, because ultimately you have to handle that bad quality data. So if you will not take those kind of initiatives to put some guardrails and rules in place, and then yes, pass a filter, yes, we are not going to receive this kind of data, then only that kind of mindset people will also work in a way that, yes, I have to be careful enough first if you can't put some rules in place. But yes, then, yeah, it's a mindset shift and alignment with the stakeholder, I would say. So both these things, and you as a data team has to take that lead in order to engage with the stakeholders, with the team, and bring that mindset shift. Yes, this needs to be in place. Otherwise, whatever you are asking, any insights out of your data, any departmental performance metrics, nothing will make any sense. We can produce, but they won't make any sense. You have to just get that alignment and clarity in place, and then yes. It's like even in my current organization at PictureWealth, not everything is right now perfect, but we are trying to take those initiatives to make these things, to make the data quality better and better as we are moving, because you can't identify everything at one go. As you approach a problem and you get to know, okay, yes, there's something wrong, and then you try, go back, engage with the stakeholders, and then yes, it's a kind of a process which goes on and on, but ultimately it's who have to deal with the data. So then you have to take that initiative, because nobody will understand that issue that you will face other than yourself. Yeah, only data team will be able to.
I love that a lot. It's you're given a project or a task, say marketing segmentation. It's on the onus of the data analyst to ask about the data quality, not just deliver a report to requirements. So it's going that extra mile of, well, if I'm going to report, I want to be sure on the data quality, and we can agree on that and put rules in place. So it's looking outside just the reporting. I like that a lot.
That's great.
PictureWealth is doing some things with AI as well. Talk to us about that. You've got a new product offering?
Yes, yeah. So we have it's not because AI is right now a buzzword, we have to do everything with AI, but we are trying to leverage AI wherever we can, so that we can reduce the operational workload and improve the efficiency and free up some time for the advisors to do their real kind of business work. So we have recently developed a product which is like live, and advisors are using it. It's called Scriber. So basically what it does is it just takes the conversation between the client and the advisor, and it's a 60 to 80 minute kind of conversation, and transcribes that conversation and convert it into a compliant, well-structured file note, which is an obligation from the compliance as well. We have to record it in the CRM, and that also act as an input for our advice production. So this whole process was end-to-end done manually. It was used to done manually, and it used to take like hours, 2 days as well, because advisors are busy attending the meetings and dealing with the client. But when it comes to creating those structured file notes and adding it into the CRM, sometimes that process gets delayed, and then you have to remember, okay, what the discussion was, or go through your notes. But now this all has been automated, and the product has been named as a finalist in the Deloitte 2025 Tech Awards, as well as in the Australian AI Awards 2025 as well. So yes, there is always a human involved in the loop, but yes, it's an AI assisted, like not AI assisted, it's AI based tool, which is Scriber, but there is always a human in the loop, because it's a financial industry. We need to be compliant on all the regulations and every single thing. So
AI and compliance don't usually mix too well, but you seem to have done it, and perhaps why the award was issued.
Yeah. We were finalists, yes, in both the,
How do you think the role of AI is going to affect analysts, scientists, and data engineers?
I'll say AI is going to affect positively, definitely. It's an enabler and it is an accelerator, not I'll say a blocker, or I'll say blocker for any of the activities the data and analytics teams does. But obviously, we will go away from doing all this kind of mundane task of cleaning the data, making it to a certain level that we can actually use it for analysis or doing some kind of predictive analysis as well. But at the same time, it will help us, but it will put a bit of load on the data and analytics team in a way that obviously the expectations will go more. Okay, you're going to produce any report or any product faster, and it will be like the expectation will also improve. So we have to find a right balance between how we can use AI. Definitely, it will help us prototype anything faster and also enable our day-to-day task of cleansing and analyzing the data. But yes, it will put a bit of pressure as well that you have to now data team has this tools, then they can deliver much faster. So yeah.
Move faster. Move faster. Higher expectations.
Yeah, high expectations.
Quality needs to remain the same.
Correct. That's the key. That's the key. Yeah.
Looking back your career, academia, industry, head of, what's one trait that served you the most, do you think, over that time horizon?
I would say flexibility. No doubt, flexibility. I was flexible, or adaptability, whatever you want to say. It is from academics to industry. When I joined, it was the mindset that I'm like, okay, I am okay to switch from a role where, like when I was doing research, the data was perfect. You were focusing on all the precision and working on finding that the metrics should be in a certain level. Then only you will go and publish those numbers in your papers and every single thing. But when you move to data, the real world data is not perfect. So you have to have that kind of like mindset to shift. Okay, so you have to work with whatever is available and try to make good value out of it. And then so that flexible approach or a mind shift approach that you can have will help you go further. And same with from as a sole contributor to a lead, that approach of, okay, yes, I was meant to deliver this product and I was meant to get, okay, Sakshi has done this thing, but now it's like Sakshi doesn't have to come in the front. You're flexible enough. Like you need to be flexible. Okay, yes, I have to now empower my team. I have to take a back seat, empower the team to grow. If they grow, then I will grow. So that mindset shift and the flexibility in your mindset, and always like learning, that flexibility will help you grow as well, to learn at every aspect of the change that you're making.
And going back, would you change anything over your career or focus more on something earlier?
I don't think so. I would want to change anything in my past. I think every experience has taught me something and gave me, and it has shaped me into a person that I am right now and how I look at a problem. I was rigid at the start, but with every change happening in my career, I have actually opened myself. I have got very flexible, not in the data space or professional space, but even in my personal space as well. So I don't want to change anything in the past.
How do you balance flexibility with having strong beliefs? So how do you stand for something whilst being flexible at the same time?
Strong belief is like, it's good to believe on something, but yes, flexibility always plays a key role, even when you're having strong beliefs, because those strong beliefs have to be backed up by some logic. So if you can make someone understand, okay, like if somebody makes me understand the logic behind those beliefs is wrong, then this is a mindset shift. As a data person, I understand, okay, this is backed up by some information or data. Yes, yeah, my belief was wrong, even in general, in life or in professional area as well. So yes, when that information is backed up by data, okay, that my belief was wrong. It was backed up by some wrong data. So I have to be like open to change and then flexible enough. So yeah, that's what like my mind works with data. That's what even if it is your beliefs or anything, it is always have to be logical, and logic comes with data. So that's how my brain works. Yeah.
And curious, asking why people think a certain way.
Pardon?
Asking why people think a certain way so
Yeah.
you can understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were speaking to someone that wants to break into their career of data and analytics or accelerate to that head of position, what would be your advice to them?
I think the way I entered into the industry, because I had no experience in Australia, so obviously it was hard to get into the industry. But the only key driving force was me to curiosity to learn. So when I came to Australia, it was like attend meetups. So even for the new generations coming on board, I will like attend as many meetups you can. Try to take as many projects, and in those meetups you can actually go and present those projects that I have done this thing and take inputs or feedback from the experts who are attending those meetups. And then, yes, also try to approach expand your professional network through LinkedIn. And LinkedIn was key for me. I got my all jobs through LinkedIn. So I'm very happy about that. So just grow your network in the LinkedIn community and try to attend as many meetups as you can and try different projects where you can. So meetup is not for just grabbing that information, and you also contribute in some way so that you can get some kind of feedback. And yes, yeah, you will definitely get a role. If you are curious to learn and get into the data world and you have done projects in the similar area, definitely you will outshine in one of the meetups, and somebody will definitely give you a role, and then you can connect with like-minded people over there. This is the same thing that has happened with me. I know great resources online available. Even at my time, I was doing Kaggle projects. I did like machine learning, that nano degree, which helped me grow my skills in the Python or in the overall end-to-end data journey. But yes, there are lot of resources, lot of projects that you can do online and present. And then yes, reach out to people on LinkedIn as well. I have done this, can you give me some feedback on that? And yes, if that like people actually respond, and I definitely respond. So
Careful
yeah,
what you say.
yeah,
You
yeah,
might get a few
definitely. No,
messages.
I respond to yes when I see actually something really valuable someone has done. It's not like yes everyone try to do something. If someone has done really project which is really valuable, and they've done some so I will definitely yep.
I want to call out what I think I got from you sharing your career was your work at Traffic Guard in your first role. The work you did there came back 7 years later into the head of
Data analytics.
became the head of data analytics role. So it was almost like you planted a seed of doing great work, and then it came back to you 7 years later for a promotion to head of data analytics.
You can say that. Yeah.
So what you can change is the work you do now at the company you're at, an excellent job, and the impact on stakeholders.
Yeah.
And then you never know, Perth's a small place.
Yeah.
It may come back around
Yep.
in a few years' time.
You definitely not plan for the future. You do what is right now. You can deliver at the best of your capacity. And yes, if you're doing a great job, then yes, if it will definitely get noticed. That was noticed for my side on Traffic Guard, and that's why here I am. But yeah. So.
Awesome to hear. Do you have any final comments or where people can find out about you or PictureWealth?
I'm available on LinkedIn, as well as PictureWealth is also on LinkedIn, but connect with me on LinkedIn. So I'll be happy to have a chat. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Well, Dr. Sakshi, thank you for your time today.
Yeah.
And,
thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Thanks for sharing about your career and the world of data analytics. We're moving data literacy up one conversation at a time.